It is Sunday. It is on time. Welcome to Little Port Christian Spiritualist Sunday service, where we have broken the mold and broken the record. And yes, we've actually started on time. Please do not be afraid. Please do not be scared. I'm sure something will go wrong to make up for it. So, welcome along, everyone, to this Sunday service where we gather together and send out our thoughts of love and upliftment, ask for healing, hear a word or three from the world of spirit, but most importantly, connect with the world of spirit to prove survival through mediumship. We've got a lovely, lovely lady. We've been having a chat before the service today, serving us. So let us not delay and say, fingers crossed, hope this is working. Joanne Galloway, are you there?
Hello, yes, I'm here. Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, wherever. Hi.
Hey, welcome along. It's working. I'm kind of a bit excited by this. Pleased to meet you, Joanne. This is, of course, the first time we have met. Um, who are you? Where you come from? For those that have never met you before.
Yeah, well, hello, good evening, wherever you're from in the world. Welcome, everybody. I'm Joanne Galloway, and I'm from Carlisle in Cumbria, here in the UK.
Fantastic. So thank you for coming along and joining us today to give a demonstration of mediumship. It's always a pleasure to welcome you along. The chat is starting. People are starting to say hello. So hello to Linda and hello to Candice Campbell. And if you're watching, don't forget to comment. Let us know you're there. We have got some recipients, of course, lined up for you today. For anyone watching, if you'd like to come on the Sunday service and get a message from one of our wonderful mediums, then do get in touch with either myself or Kazza White to get your name put down in a raffle. And then whoever is pulled out gets to come on and get a message the following month. So do reach out if you'd like to join and maybe get a message one day from someone like the lovely Joanne. So, Joanne, thank you for being with us today. I am very much looking forward to it. I was about to bring everyone else on, and I'm going to. I'm going to do it one at a time, though, because at the moment there's only two in the waiting room when there should be four. But hopefully they'll be back. I said we'd make up for it. Firstly, though, let us welcome back. Oh, no, they're all back now. They're all back. This is doing no good for my grey hairs, I tell you. Firstly, let's welcome back Cody, who was with us last month, and back for more. Hello, Cody.
Yeah.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for coming back, mate. It's much appreciated. No, always. So look forward to getting that message. A face that many at Little Port may well recognise, and in actual fact, anybody who was watching the opening credits today may well recognise, because there's a picture of him on it. Please welcome our next recipient for the day, David Hale.
Hello.
Hello. Different seat today, darling.
Different seat.
Yeah, the recipient rather than the medium seat today.
Oh, yes, it's nice to be on the receiving end.
Yeah, it certainly is, darling. It certainly is. So welcome and thank you for joining us. Another face that's quite well known to a number of people in circles what I walk, and I am so excited to bring this young lady up on screen. Joy, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hello. Good to see you. For those that sit in circle with you in our friendship group, they will be overjoyed and also surprised to see that you're working with a different form of technology, and it's working. So well done on that one, doll.
Yeah, thank you.
And of course, by no means least, but coming in like a bolt out of the blue to give us our reading, of course, today, and my good friend Kazza, are you there?
Good afternoon.
Fabulous. Hello, we have a full house. It's wonderful. It's good to see you all. Thank you all for being here. Now, before something goes wrong or I press a button and break something, let's open this service by joining together and opening in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, divine universal source of all, we thank you. We thank you for this opportunity to come together as friends, to witness your proof and your truth that life is indeed eternal. As we join here today, not just here on screen, but also all those watching and all those who watch, I ask for a blessing of love, healing and upliftment to shine upon each one, that the world might be filled with your love and light. And as we begin, we make that statement as ever, that everything we do is in love, truth, and in light. Amen.
Amen.
Now, there's a phrase that's quite popular, and it starts with ooh, it's our joy. Hello, Eddie. Hello, Mum, also known in the world as Linda Brown, or Mama B. Hello to Trace. Good to see you, my darling. Hello to he's in
Eddie.
he's in posh old Cheshire. So, it keeps going to hide again. Hello, Sarah. Good to see you up and about. Welcome along, dear. Please, everyone, send this lovely young lady some healing when we do our healing silence. And all those, of course, that you know who are in need. And, of course, hello to Candice. And thank you all so far for joining us. A few notices. I know that this is an internationally reachable format, but nonetheless, it would be wrong of me not to take advantage of it to plug something that's going on in the church. On the 2nd of August, we have our annual open day. It's from 12 until 4 in Littleport Village Hall. There will be mediumship, there will be healing, there will be crystals, there will be upcycled clothing and accessories, there will be food, there will be healing, there will be food, there will be cakes and there will be food, and lots of wonderful other things, including food. It's going to be a good old fun time, get together and spiritual upliftment. It is in Littleport, obviously not online. So if you're a long way away, then if you're able to come, you're still welcome. But if you're a little bit closer, consider coming along and supporting the church. It is to keep the doors open. And the way to find Littleport Village Hall, you can use what 3 words. And ironically, the what 3 words block that is Littleport Village Hall: snowy sofas straddled. I kid you not, that is our what 3 word link. So if you use what 3 words to find places, you can find us right to the door by searching for snowy sofas straddled. There was another one, but it was a little bit more naughty, so I thought I'd go for the milder one. Of course, up and coming in the next month, we've also got the July, I'm getting a month ahead of myself now. The July online debates that are completed over Zoom. They will be not this Monday, but the following Monday and the alternate Monday after that, 2 again this month. And also we have an online workshop on Thursdays that runs from around about 12 until 2 p.m. on Zoom again. And this month's subject will be working with guides and building those relationships. So if anyone is interested, do get in touch. And that's all the notices. So normally this is the point in our service when I say a few words about philosophy, and I've been doing that an awful lot lately. So I'm going to keep it short. Yes, shock horror, I know. Because one of the most important things for me is that philosophy should be actually getting on and living it rather than talking about it all the time. I'm reminded of a saying here it comes, a Babylon 5 quote. I'm reminded that there was a Babylon 5 quote that once said, We talk about miracles all the time, but spend very little time doing anything about them. And I think the same can be said for philosophy. I know we were speaking in the green room before we came online about various different things that interact with our way of life and our movement. But for me, to sit there and talk and say is not as good as getting up and doing. In actual fact, at one point, I think David and myself were going to combine our soapboxes so we could stand a little bit higher than everyone else to just have our say. But philosophy is not just golden words. They're a golden rule that need to be a way of living. And sometimes you can go on about them too much and not actually practice them. As the old saying goes, we should always practice what we preach. And I think that in this modern world in which we live, in this modern life in which we live, and certainly to progress this way of life forward, we need to stop looking back over our shoulder and keep an eye on the path ahead of us. Because if we're always looking back over our shoulder, we'll never see the obstacles at our feet. But if we are looking ahead, finding our way and walking forward and meaning what we actually say, then the way is clear. And I am reminded, of course, that before Christianity was Christianity, it was called the Way, because it was a combination of spiritual teachings that were being shared by someone who was trying to change the world. Whilst that went in many different ways, there is only one path and one way that I know that matters: compassion, kindness, and honesty. And there, my friends, is where I will leave it and say thank you all for listening, and God bless you all. And so now is the time in our service when we see if Kaz's guides and my guides have been talking to each other, and seeing if they can kind of get me to say something that resonates. Always a bit of a nerve-wracking moment, this one. So I'm now going to say, for our reading today, Kaza, what have you got for us?
Thank you, Nick. This month's reading, I've decided, because I play a lot of music and I play a lot of guitar music, it's about what songs mean to us. Everyone has a favourite song or a favourite artist. Have you ever felt like you were drowning in your own thoughts? Your mind completely lost. And then out of nowhere, the right song found you. It's almost like the artist knew exactly what you needed to hear at that moment. The connection could be powerful. It could be powerful enough to pull you out of a dark place. One song can bring out every single emotion inside of us. The lyrics speak in a way that no one else can. Music becomes a kind of therapy, a way to heal. Whether you are angry, heartbroken, or just trying to make it through the day, there's always a song that understands. There is a special lyric that's stuck with me. If you're alive, then it means that you're committed to survive. 11 simple words, but they hold so much strength. They remind you to take another breath, to hold on for one more day with people who love you. They remind you that you're still fighting, and that in itself is brave. Songs aren't just background noise. They are reminders that you can heal, and sometimes they're exactly what you need to keep going. Thank you,
Wow.
Nick.
Bless you. Wow, marvelous, 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 marvelous. Thank you, Kaza. That was beautiful. And yeah, I think we can take some spiritual resonance there too. So thank you for that, and thank you to your guides for inspiring that as well. So
Thank you.
bless you, my friend. Speaking, of course, of healing, and I will just nip in and say hello to Carol Ann, hello to Nolene Parker, Anastasia, my darling, I was going to message you later. Something came in the post yesterday. I will confirm. And Trace, absolutely amen to that. She said. Linda says, lovely. Kaza, beautiful. Totally agree with them all. Lovely words, Kaza, says Trace. So now is the time in our service. You mentioned, of course, about healing. And I said that we need to stop talking and start doing. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to send out our healing thoughts to all those that are sick and suffering and in need of comfort. And to do this, once upon a time, we used to just sit in the quiet and we'd start with a healing prayer. That healing prayer that is written in the front cover of our healing book and has not changed much in the last 27 years. Well, actually, we do it different now because we have a piece of music to sit and listen to whilst we send out our healing thoughts. But that piece of music is actually the words of that prayer. So consider the words and keep in your mind all those that you know are in need of healing, written in all of the healing books. And so let's join together, friends, and send out our thoughts for a couple of minutes as we ask the universe to provide its healing upliftment to all those in need.
Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, divine source of the universe and great creator. Here we bring unto you all those listed in all the healing books throughout the land. Be they sick in mind, body, spirit, or soul, that it may please thee to heal them, those we know, those we do not know, those that have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Those we know, those we do not know, those that have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Be they sick in mind, body, spirit, or soul, that it may please thee to heal them, those we know, those we do not know, those that have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. We ask for them now.
Thank you, everyone. And if you like that and want that, it's free to grab, download, and make use of in any which way, shape, or form you want. It's free for everyone. And if you use QR coding, you can actually, oh, hang on, that's the wrong one. There it is. The healing song is available free to listen and download for anyone who wants it through the magic of QR code downloading. It won't stay on very long because it's covering up the lovely Joy's face. But I'll put it back on throughout the service. It's funny really when you sit on a Thursday night for those that have seen it, you'll know that we don't show anyone in the congregation. And when you're sitting there sending out your healing thoughts to the congregation and just having a look around, people are now starting to mouth the words of the healing song as they sit sending out their thoughts. So it's obviously got a bit of catch to it. And it is all AI generated as well. So we can play it without getting credit strikes on Facebook and YouTube, which is also useful. But thank you all so very, very much for sending out your love and your thoughts. And now, my friends, is the time in our service when we are handing over for the rest of the time we have together to our medium, Joanne. So, are you there, Joanne? Because we can't see you. Please be
Oh,
there.
I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you. We can hear you. As long as we can hear you, that's fine. So I'm now going to hand over the rest of the service to your good self. Should Joanne come to you, please answer in a clear voice, yes, no, don't know. Don't feed the medium, she'll bite your hand off. But most importantly, my friends, have a wonderful, uplifting contact with spirit. And so for now, Joanne, it's over to you.
Fabulous. Thank you. And thank you for having me. That was amazing. I loved the start of the service. It was so uplifting already. And I can really feel that energy coming forward. So beautiful. Okay, so as I was sitting listening to all the lovely opening prayers and everything like that, I could just feel so much love, absolute pure upliftment. So the first person I want to go to is Joy, please. Is that okay? Can I go to Joy?
Yes,
I do normally
fine,
go
thank
direct.
you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I do normally go direct. So yeah, I am drawn to Joy, if that's okay first. Okay, Joy. So as I was connecting, we're just shuffling around a little bit. Okay, as I was connecting, I had a gentleman coming forward for you, and the first thing I heard was the jangling of coins in his pocket. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's the first thing. I just kept hearing it, and I knew there was that was the first connection I needed to go to. So yeah, the jangling of coins was very significant, and it's like he wants to say that was the first thing you would hear. You knew he was coming because you'd hear the coins jangling in the pocket. Okay. And even if you needed I feel like I need to reference to, even if you needed £1 or something like that, he would always have change on him. Okay. I do feel with this gentleman, I feel there's so much love coming forward, and there's a few people coming forward with him actually, but I'll start with him first. He comes forward. I feel this is a husband link. Would this make sense?
No, not husband.
No, can you understand husband?
A husband for someone, yeah.
All right, okay. Would it still connect with the coins?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine, because I just got husband, so I wasn't fully making that connection then. But as long as you can understand why they're referencing husband, okay. So, but what I was getting with this gentleman, he was telling me that his passing was, okay, let me just get this right, sudden but expected.
Yes.
If that makes sense. He was talking about sudden but expected, okay?
Yeah.
But he was giving me lots of different things. Just bring that back in. Okay. Oh yeah, that was it. Would you understand? He was talking. He brought back in about the incontinence. There's something to do with the incontinence towards his passing. He was a bit unwell before his passing. He's telling me something to do with like incontinence and an upset stomach.
Yes. Yeah.
That nausea type feeling coming forward with him. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. So he was just bringing that forward as well. All right, but he's trying. There was something that looked like almost like a drip that he wanted me to make me aware of. It was either that or something to do with blood. Can you understand?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what he was just making me aware of. There was something. He was making me aware of what was in his arm. Okay. There's something to do within his arm. And he's just brought that in as well. It would have made him quite bruised. He's talking about the bruise that was on his arm after that.
Yeah.
Okay. He's just talking about, because he's making me aware that it was quite sore. Okay, where he had this in his arm. Okay, thank you. He what was that I was going to bring in before? Let me just bring that back in again for you. Oh yeah, that was it. He was talking about who was with him. Okay, he's bringing forward lots and lots of different people. I needed to reference to mum and to dad. Okay,
Yeah.
but I feel this is your mum and dad. He's
Yeah.
referencing. Okay, he's referencing mum and dad, and he's also referencing an in-law as well. He's saying mother-in-law.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, it's just bringing all these people forward for you. Okay, it's just making you aware that they're there. Would you understand as well? He's talking about something to do with. Oh yeah, that's it. Like the old like something to do with like cowboy movies or something to do with the black and white films. He's talking about.
Yeah. No, I can take that. Yeah.
Okay, it's just bringing this into my awareness. John Wayne, something to do with John Wayne.
Yeah. Yeah.
As well. Okay. Okay, thank you. He talks, yeah, I'm having to slow him down because he's talking quite fast. It's almost like he wants to get as much information across as possible, but I'm just trying to slow him down a little bit. Would you understand the, oh, he's talking about the coincidences that have been happening for you at the moment, things that have been crossing your path.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he's talking about things that have been crossing your path, not like what you thought though. It's almost like he said it's different to what you thought it would be.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, I'll see where he's going with it then, because he's just referencing that it's almost like unexpected things. Does that make more sense? Maybe not as you
no, yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm still not sure about that.
That's okay. I'll keep going with it. Just remember I've said that then, okay? Because he's definitely trying to get a message across about what's been going on around you at the moment with the unexpected things. Okay.
Actually, I will take that now. Sorry about.
Oh no, it's okay.
Yeah,
honestly,
sorry about that.
It happens. It's just sometimes you just can't think of it at the time. But as long as it makes sense, he just wouldn't let it go and he wouldn't let it change.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's also, because when I went back and asked him as well, he was talking. What's that again? He's talking about. Not just, I feel this is both like spiritual and physical though. I feel there's two different ways I can give you it, because he's talking about the spiritual aspects of things going maybe not the same direction as you thought they would be, but he's also telling me about something unexpected. It almost feels like it's came through the post, or there's something unexpected happened around you at the moment. But I feel this is it's positive. It's nothing, that he's saying that in a bad way. He's just saying things have gone a bit unexpected. But in both.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Because he's just telling, because what he was making me aware of when I said that, it was almost like something unexpected in the post, or there's something like that is just making my awareness draw to, okay? But as long as that makes sense for you. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. And he's just, he's wanting to reference a daughter. Because I know I had husband before, but he's talking about a daughter. He's just brought that back into my awareness as well. Would you understand this?
Yeah.
Because he's just talking about a daughter as well, all right?
Yeah.
But he's making me aware of something around his daughter at the moment. I feel this is something to do with, he's wanting to bring a healing. He's talking about the healing for
Yes, definitely.
Okay, does that make sense? Because he's talking about the healing.
Definitely.
And he's also showing me appointments for something as well.
Yeah.
Okay, if that makes sense too, because that's what he's wanting me to reference. And as well, he's coming forward. Oh, this is the main thing he's coming forward with. It's almost like he's been trying to give us signs to show that he's been around. Okay. Okay. He's been trying to show us signs that he's around, because he's making me aware of things like a candle being blown out when it's lit and the lights flickering and things like that. It's almost like he's trying to get her attention to let her know that he's there and he's around the situation.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Okay, and he's also saying he's just trying to help where possible as well, obviously.
Oh,
he's
lovely.
around and aware of the situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, lovely.
Can you understand? I feel I'm shifting a little bit with the energy, and I don't feel I'm talking about his daughter now, but I do feel something to do with the legs. The legs are somebody's legs. Is referencing about my legs.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel this. Is this you? Is this yourself? Because
me.
He's making my legs feel quite heavy and quite tired, and towards the end of the day, he's telling me.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, because he's just referencing that I'm feeling almost like, okay, it's just told me sciatica as well, but I'm not sure if that's around yourself. I feel that's to do with somebody else as well.
Oh, yes, yeah.
I've just been told sciatica.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't feel this is the same. This isn't connected, but I do feel this issue with somebody else's legs as well.
Yeah.
But just very tired, very achy. It's almost like comfortable shoes he's talking about. He's referencing comfortable shoes. He's talking
Right.
about
Yeah.
comfortable shoes. But there'd also be a lady, as I say, that's just stepped forward with that. Somebody that would have wore like slippers for comfort.
Yeah.
She's just, and I just feel her energy step forward as well. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
She's just talking about comfortable shoes, and I feel this would be connected to this lady's feet and are connected to the swelling around her feet. She would have had to wear comfortable shoes because of this.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay, because she's showing me that. But we do understand. Okay, they've just want to give one piece of evidence to bring something else in. They've just something about somebody looking after somebody's feet. They're just referencing that. It's almost like they're wanting me to paint somebody's nails or something like that. It's almost like a pedicure type feeling.
Yeah.
I feel this would be a memory with somebody doing this to somebody that's passed.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
that makes sense. Okay. But it's almost like as well, but not just pedicure. I feel hands as well. They're bringing the hands and the moisturising the hands coming in.
Yeah. Yeah.
The moisturising the hands quite dry. I feel this is a lady's energy that they're bringing forward with this. I'm not fully getting the her connection to you just at the moment. Okay, no, I am. This would be Mum.
Yeah,
She's got
correct.
Mum shouted in. Okay,
Yeah,
she's got
correct.
Mum shouted in as I'm rubbing my hands together and moisturising them. I've just heard Mum. Okay, so this would be a memory with her. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh right. Okay. They brought that in before, and I forgot to mention it because when we were sitting doing the healing prayer, someone was messing with my glasses, and it was almost like my glasses were sliding down my nose. So you'd understand somebody that would have wore the glasses down the nose.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also they made my glasses kind of go aslant a little bit, so somebody's glasses were a little bit crooked.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also the leg on the glasses as well. Because I got that before where the leg would have broke as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I felt that, and they've just brought it back in again, so it's definitely the information I need to give off. Okay. There's the referencing. Okay, hold on. I still feel I'm with Mum with this actually because I've just asked who I'm connecting to, and Mum wants to talk about the flowers. She's talking about the flowers, and she's talking about carnations and chrysanthemums. Do they make sense?
Yeah.
She's talking about those. Okay, she's showing me those, and they're a beautiful, beautiful colour. I feel these are very pink, so I feel this would be Mum's would have liked the pink flowers.
Yeah.
Because she's talking about pink flowers, and she's also showing me on a window ledge as well. So she would have had a vase of flowers on a window ledge somewhere.
Yeah.
So she's just showing me that as well. But she's okay. She's talking about the crystal vase that the flowers would have been in. Can you place the crystal vase she's on about? And I feel the crystal vase would be still here somewhere. It's almost like she's saying it's still here.
Yeah. I've got it in my cupboard. Yeah.
It's almost like to me it looks like cut glass. It's got like that kind of pattern on it. Okay, that's what she's referencing as well. But she's talking about it still being here as well. Okay. But she did love the flowers. She keeps talking about the flowers, and she's saying that she wants you to use the vase though. She's saying you don't maybe use it as much as you should. She's talking about flowers. You looked at flowers the other day or something, and you thought about getting them, but you didn't.
Oh, I haven't this week, but I normally do. To be fair,
okay. Yeah, that's what she's saying.
But
she's saying you thought about getting flowers, but you didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. So and hold on, let me just get that for you. There's also a gentleman, I don't know if it's the same gentleman, I feel a shift of energy coming forward, and he's bringing forward memories of a watch as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's bringing forward his watch, but he would have had two lots of watches as well. I feel he's talking about a wristwatch, but also a pocket watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's also telling me, okay, let me just see what this is, because he's showing me a time on one of the watches. I just want to get it correct for you. Okay, what's that? To me, it almost like looks about 7, 8 o'clock at night or morning, whichever. Okay, but it's almost like between those two times, he's trying to make me aware of that. Okay, so the one between those two times, you know, it looks almost like that on the clock.
Yeah.
Take it whichever way you can, but he's just making me aware that that's significant for you, like a birth or a passing.
Yeah.
But he's also referencing, before I do feel his energy dipping, as this gentleman's energy dipping. Okay, but he wants to give you a few months, and I know that's kind of where they kind of take me when they're kind of closing the message off. But he's wanting to get reference. He's telling me about March, April, but he's talking about Easter time. But I know Easter changes, so. But
Yes, yeah, yeah.
I feel it's more April. He's talking about
correct.
April.
Correct.
Okay. September must be significant as well, and he's talking about 30, so 30th of the month as well must also be significant on or around that date. He's also talking about Christmas, and I feel there's a passing around Christmas time. He's talking about there's something to do with Christmas and a passing, because he's saying Christmas is a happy memory, but it also can be a bit of a sad memory as well because of the passing.
January, but I'm not sure about Christmas, but it'll probably come.
Okay, that's fine, but just you know, it's Christmas time is making me aware of around then. Okay, but just have a little think about that. But he's saying it can be happy and sad at the same time for somebody. And what was that one? He wants to give you the first. He's talking about the first of a month.
Yeah.
First month, and I wanted to give you 14. So it's either the 14th or the 14th on 14 on a door must be significant as well. I just got 14. So it's either the 14th that he wants to give me, or it's 14 on a door. It's okay if you can't think.
Sorry, I missed what you said there, to be honest with you.
14, 1 4.
Yeah,
14.
Yeah.
It's either the 14th or the 14 on a door. Okay, I don't feel it's both. It's one or the other.
I've got you now. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's what he's wanting to make you aware of as well. And before he leaves, this last thing, he just says, "Tell her about the fish." I don't know.
Fish.
The fish. Just remind her about the fish. I feel this is to do with a memory. He's telling you about the memory about the goldfish.
A goldfish passing away. Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's fine.
Correct. Thank you.
I don't know if I can say this, but it almost feels like somebody thought it had passed, but it hadn't.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine, because I just didn't know if I could say it that way or not. But that's what he's making me aware of, okay? He's making me he said, tell her about the goldfish before I leave. Okay. Thank you so much, Joy. Thank you for working with me. Can she hear me?
Can you hear us, Joy?
Not sure. She went quiet.
I think the sound's probably gone now. That worked out quite well then. Thank you. Oh, she's gone. Is she? She's back now. I think she was resetting. Are you there, Joy? Are you there? Can you hear us now? Excellent.
Yeah.
We can't hear you either. Oh dear, bless you. Well, that worked out rather well in the end. Cheers, Joy. How do they do that? Well done, Joe. Thank you very much. Right, let's bring everybody else back on so that you can decide where you are going next, and then I'll take us all back into the green room for a coffee.
Yeah, thank you. I think I need to go to Cody next, please.
Okay, we're off. See you all later.
Okay. Hi, Cody. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so like the way I work, normally they just draw me to whoever next, and then I'll build up that energy and see who comes forward. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay, the first person that comes to my mind is a grandfather's energy, and I feel this could be grandfather coming forward for you. Okay. He's coming forward. I'm not sure what he's coming forward yet, but I'm just he's making me aware that it's grandfather coming forward. Okay. Okay, or chest. Okay, would you understand that I'm getting my chest, tightness in my chest? Would you understand the tightness in his chest? It's almost like I need to take a really deep breath.
I'm not entirely sure, but yeah.
Okay, is that something you can ask?
Yeah, I can definitely
Yeah,
ask.
that's fine. Fabulous. Okay, just to clarify that information. But that's the first thing he draws me to is just, I don't feel it's like that's how he passed. That's the first thing he's making me aware of, that my chest's really tight. Okay. I feel, okay. First thing he tells me, I feel this message is almost going to be a little bit slow for you, just to kind of, I feel this is quite new for you.
Yeah.
Okay, this is kind of new, and you're just kind of getting used to things, how the spirit world work. It's almost, this is very new, and it's a little bit, do you understand the anxiety around it a little bit? Because they just make me aware of that. Okay, in my stomach, it's almost like not quite sure of things. You just kind of weighing things up. Okay, but he's telling me that he did, like, you'll remember him when you were younger.
No.
No, okay.
No.
Well, there's someone energy that is maybe changing to then, that you would remember when you were younger. This would also be a grandparent.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, does that make sense? Okay, because I do. If it wasn't him, he's referencing that. Okay, he's talking about the grandparent that you have memories with when you were younger.
Yep.
Okay, I do feel. Oh, okay, I've just changed that energy. Okay, that I feel this would be a lady's energy. Okay, grandma, grandmother. Okay, okay. She's quite I want to say she's quite a trendy grandmother though, because she's telling me, when I said grandmother or grandma, she said no. She kind of would have been like known as something else.
Yep.
Yeah, it's almost like she wasn't. She was too young to be a grandma or a grandmother. Okay, she's kind of bringing that energy forward. Okay, where she's that, no, that wasn't me. Okay, yeah, okay. But it's definitely a different. I'm trying to pick up what she's saying, but I can't quite get it. But it's almost like yeah, that energy coming forward with a different name. But there wouldn't have just been you. She's saying other people would have called her the same. It's almost like other people would have called her a different name. So it's like, even, I'm not getting her name yet, but it's almost like somebody, so say somebody in the street would maybe call her a different name, a bit more trendy kind of thing. Okay, but it's almost like she got nicknames and stuff like that. All right, that's the energy I'm getting forward first of all. All right. She's talking about mum, but mum would still be here.
Yep.
She's just talking about mum and referencing mum. Okay, but mum, she is saying all the things that you won't remember, mum will.
What was that? Sorry.
The things that I bring. She's saying the things that she brings forward for you, and it doesn't connect. It will connect with mum.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the person she's referencing, just to go and pick mum's brains almost, with the things that she's going to bring forward for you. Okay.
Yep.
Would you understand? I'm not sure if it's her or not, but she's talking about how she would have had to eat little and often. Something to do with the stomach. She's talking about a stomach.
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, that's okay. Like I said, just remember I've said it, because she's talking about a stomach, and what she was showing me, because I know we were talking about Sunday lunches before we came on, and she's referenced to that. It's almost like somebody would have needed it purified or something to do with that, just so they could digest it a little bit better. Okay, so I'm not sure if it's not her, it'll be somebody around that, around her. But if it's not connecting, please do ask mum, like she said. So yeah. Okay, but she's talking about the Sunday lunch and it being blended and made a bit more pureed. Okay, but also there would be memories of this. Okay, she's talking about memories of this with mum, because I feel this is very much a memory she's taking me back to, where everything would have been pureed as a baby and homemade as a baby.
I think, now that I think about it, I think I can take that. Yeah.
All right, that's okay, because she's just making me aware of that. All right, it's almost like it wasn't the jarred stuff. Okay, it had to be homemade, and it had to be. I do feel that cooking and homemade kind of element with her. Okay, I do feel she was very much a baker, and she was very much like things like that. She would bake, she would cook, and she was very much in the kitchen, and that was her domain. Okay, but there's also. Do you remember she's talking about, the rock buns?
What was that? Sorry.
That rock buns.
Not
like
off the top of my head.
You can make them with they're like buns, but like with currants or jam on the top.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
I think
because
she's just referencing that and making me aware of that as a memory of someone being younger and would have made that. Okay, I'm not sure if it's with her, but she's just referencing the making of them. Okay. And as well, she wants to, when I say about that, she's just talking about somebody interested in that. I'm not sure, obviously, if that's something thinking of, someone's thinking of it as a career or just thinking as a sideline, but making something, it almost feels like cakes or fudge or somebody doing that as a career. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I could take that.
That's okay. And it's almost like, okay, I feel this would be, hold on a second. She's also referencing there's further studies around that.
Okay.
Okay, she's talking of further studies because that what they're making me aware of is going to college and studying that. Okay, does that make sense? Because I feel, I feel there's been an interest in this for a while, but she's referencing there's further studies to be done.
Okay.
Okay, but whether that's a sideline or it's a career, she's just saying it can be both. Okay. There's also memories. What's that coming forward? There's also memories of homegrown things. Like I want to reference the homegrown vegetables and things like that. So it almost feels like an allotment, but it could be a garden. But they're referencing the homegrown vegetables. Okay, mainly tomatoes. I've just been told tomatoes. When you get the grow bags and you grow the tomatoes.
Yeah.
Okay, they're talking about that also. All right. Because it's almost like she's amazed by, I feel I'm still with this lady's energy because I thought I was with somebody else and I've just asked and I'm not. But it's almost like she's amazed at the prices we pay at the moment because the prices are so high. It's almost like somebody's thought process has been thinking about going back to do that. Okay, it's almost like I'll go and grow my own carrots or I'll go and grow my own lettuce, or it's almost like she's wanting to take you back to that. Okay, she's talking about that as well. Someone's eating a lot of crisps. She's telling me there's no secrets with the spirit world. Someone's telling me that someone eats quite a lot of crisps and a lot of McDonald's as well.
Sorry.
That's she's
me.
just telling me that as well. Okay. But, and she wants to put into my mind as well the frappes, with the cream on top.
Yep.
Okay. Definitely can take that evidence then. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Because
they're just talking. She's just bringing all these kind of things forward because she said they wouldn't have had those in my day.
Yeah.
Okay, but she, it's just showing that she's around and she's aware of things that are going on. Okay. Which is okay. What's that? She wants to reference as well. Okay, I feel there's a gentleman with her as well, but he's not actually saying very much at the moment. I feel there would be a gentleman connected with her as well. That's just popped into my mind. But they're referencing the connections to overseas. So there'd be people overseas connections there with the family. Or I feel I want to go to Australia and something like that. Yeah, I feel I'm traveling. Okay, so they're just talking about the connections over there. Yep. Okay, but there's also I feel there's a disconnection somewhere in the family that she's referencing as well. There's somebody that doesn't have those connections with everybody, that's made themselves a bit distant.
Okay.
And she's telling me that it has been tried to be rectified, but she's telling me it's not quite you know, it's not quite happened for some reason. She's just referencing that briefly as well, okay? But she's just saying the connection has been tried to be rectified, but it's just not kind of happened in the way it was planned. But she's telling me I feel this is to do with yourself. She's telling me you need to drink more water. It's almost like she's telling me these things, okay? She's telling me you need to drink a little bit more water, especially now she's saying now you're connecting more with the spirit world. She's encouraging you to stay hydrated, because I do feel that she's wanting to give like the start of circles and things like that with you. And I know before we started there was talk of circles within this group, but I need to give you that this is very new, and it's almost like you're just starting out, and they're giving me the circles, but making sure you're grounding yourself and making sure that you're keeping that water up, and keeping yourself hydrated, because as well you need to look after your body to have the energy to work with spirit, okay? So they just make it referencing that also. You'd understand as well as she's just talking about, it's almost like, would you understand why she's saying you think you should meditate but you don't?
Yeah.
Okay, but she's saying you do meditate in different ways.
Yes.
Okay, you are kind of switching off in your own way, okay? Because rather than sitting down physically, you know, meditating, she's kind of saying maybe your mind doesn't settle in that way or something, she's telling me. But she's saying you kind of meditate in your own way, because when she gave me the information of like Marvel films and things like that and comics. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because she's talking about that's kind of like you know, detaching yourself from the physical world a little bit and kind of going into that and just kind of relaxing your mind in that way. So even when you think you're not, you know, disconnecting from the physical, you're going into that, and you're going into that your own little thing with the comics and things and sci-fi. There's different things she's bringing forward as well with that. Drawing. Can you understand the drawing? She's just referenced the drawing, okay? She's talking about the drawing. That's also a form of meditation. So it's not like a one size fits all kind of thing. If something doesn't work for you, do go to something else, okay? Because that's what she's telling me as well. But she's saying the drawing. She's almost like she's wanting you to pick that back up again. Would you understand why she's referencing it that way? Because she's saying you'll connect with spirit through the drawing. Okay, it's almost like even just little doodles. It's just you're trying to show me this on a notepad. It's almost like little doodles will make sense. Yeah. Okay, so that if that's something that you do enjoy, do try that as well. Okay, but she's just making me aware of that spirit are connecting you in that way with the colours. I need to reference drawings and doodles. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Okay, but you've had a very strong interest with the spiritual world since you were younger, she's telling me. Because it's almost like you would try to find answers of things when you were younger, but the answers weren't always necessarily there. But you still had that curiosity. And even now you're opening that curiosity is still there. Okay, and it's and her coming forward now, she's just saying that it's very much there because I'm showing you this evidence. Okay, but she's just kind of making me aware of that. But I do feel as well with that there's humor. She's talking about working in humor and the upliftment the humor can bring as well. Okay, so it doesn't always have to be sit down and serious, but she's talking about the humor. Okay, because I do feel like you're a very jokey kind of easygoing person. I'm getting that psychically, but she's kind of saying to me that just go with that humor and go with your own personality, okay, and see what fits for you. Okay. What's that? She's just bringing me in. I'm just getting the last bit. I do feel a tailing off as she said that, actually, because I'm just kind of trying to get her to bring you just a couple more things in before we finish the reading. She's talking about travel. Somebody's thinking of traveling and taking a little break. I feel this is to do with the summer break, though. I feel this is almost to do because she's referencing again about studies. So she's saying somebody's thinking about taking that break due when studies are finished and before they start again. Okay. If that makes sense. And I do feel this is going. I do feel aeroplane traveling a little bit with this, okay? So it's almost like she's referencing something, somewhere someone would have wanted to go to for a little while. It's almost like that thought process has been there for a little while, if that makes sense. But she's saying this, she's talking about the summer break for this, okay? Okay, what she's talking about. Hold on, she's talking about two things here. I need to slow her down a second. Okay, what's that? Two things. Okay. She's talking about September, which I've already kind of given you because she's just talking about the studies. But she's talking about two things here. What she's talking, I'll give you the first one. I'll try and connect to the second one. She's talking about tattoos. Somebody's been talking about getting another tattoo, and I feel this is a very spiritual type tattoo. Because she's just showing me it on someone's arm. It's almost like something to do with like feathers, or it's almost like a feather tattoo. She's trying to show me, okay, if that makes sense. And I do feel this is on somebody's arm that she's showing me, but that could be different. But she is showing me on the arm. All right, it's almost like she's giving the green light for go. She's telling me green light for go. Just go with it. I feel this is with yourself. She's telling me. You've been thinking about this for a little while. It's almost like, okay, now's the time to go ahead if you want to, okay? But she's also giving me as well, last before I go, she's given me November as being significant. Okay, she's just mentioned November, but she said also mention the rings as well. The rings must be significant, but this ring, I feel it could be on her neck, a necklace somewhere. Feel a ring necklace. It's almost like some, when people wear a wedding ring on the necklace. Yeah. It's almost like she's just saying that as well. Reference the necklace, and with the ring on. Okay, so it's quite a lot of information for you to understand, but please take what you can, and thank you for working with me.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I love working forward.
Fabulous. Get there in the wow. Yes. Two things. Rock cakes are amazing. If you can perfect them, love you forever. They are gorgeous. They are wonderful things. You made a very important point there that I just want to step in and just say, Joanne, about the meditation for different ways for different people. Not only do I completely agree with that, anyone who's known me for more than 5 minutes will know that I quote quite a lot of science fiction, because that was my escape, but I also developed a lot of spiritual insight from it as well. So I completely agree with you on that one, Joanne. Absolutely, yes. So keep doing what you're doing, Cody. Love it.
Thank you.
Well done, Joe. Well done. Let's bring everyone back on just so that you can see everyone's pretty faces, and then make your next, your last selection, actually.
David, then, please. Let's go with David. Lovely David.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm off.
Just switching screens. Fabulous. Hi, David. You okay?
I'm good. How are you?
We froze?
Oh, we froze a little bit. There we go.
Second. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I'll work with you, David. Like I say, I'll just go with who we get forwards and coming forward. But I kind of know a connection already, actually. As I was sitting at the start, I just got one thing come forward for you, and then we'll just take it from there. Obviously, I know you're working medium. I do know that. So obviously, a lot of spiritual things likely come forward. But other than that, we've never met before. I've never read for you before, but I do know that you're a working medium. Okay, but the first thing I got for you was citrine. Okay, citrine, the crystal citrine. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I've got one.
Oh, have you? It looks like an orange, doesn't it? I always like the it looks like an orange. But yeah, it's almost like that was the first thing that came to my awareness. Not sure why. I'll try and connect with that first of all and see where we go from there, okay? But citrine, okay, citrine. Yeah, okay, I know where we're going. Okay, they're talking about the chakras with that. Okay, they're talking about the chakras and the orange chakra, okay? And they're talking about having a bit more confidence in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Because that's where our solar the solar plexus is. No.
Yeah.
The sacral, sorry. So I'm getting that but I feel it's between the two anyway, actually. I've just given both. But I do feel it's between the yellow and the orange chakra, the sacral and the solar plexus, okay? But they're just talking about that and the feelings of self-confidence, okay? They're talking about that, bringing that forward more, okay? Believing in yourself a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay? Because even though I know you do this work, there's still that element of, it's almost like when you sit here and you get nothing.
Yeah.
It makes you a bit not doubtful, anxious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's almost like, oh, come on, give me something. Okay, it's almost like that. But also when you're getting these times of silence as well, I'm not saying who's bringing this forward yet because I'm not getting that connection, but I just feel that I'm getting connected spiritually at the moment, okay? But they're just talking about having that confidence within yourself to be able to bring, to just trust that it is there and it'll come forward for you, okay? It's our human in us.
Yeah.
It's the human in us, because I mean, we all have our little bits and pieces before we open up, and just sitting there and even myself at times before I've started this, I sat there and think, oh, I don't get anything. But it is that thing of just trusting and allowing them to come forward and just having that trust within yourself. So that's the first thing I get from the citrine, okay?
Yep.
So I'll just try and connect with who's coming forward, because I did get an energy coming forward there for you. All right, I do. Oh, yes, I know. Okay, thank you. I do want to reference a friend, but also I feel this is like a brother, like a friend that would feel like a brother to you.
Not really. I know there are friends in spirit, but I'm more on an acquaintance level. I've never lost anyone that close friendship.
Okay, that's fine. Because I do feel okay, that's fine. I'll see where I'm going with that then, because that's the first words I got. Okay, but would you understand? Okay, no, it's me getting that wrong. Okay, I just went back and asked. No, okay, yeah, because what I feel is this would be because I've just got someone's brother. Okay, and I do feel this would be dad's brother, which would be uncle.
No.
Okay.
Didn't have any brothers.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll just try one more time and then I'll try and shift the energy a little bit. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Maybe I'm not quite fully getting this bit. Give me something else. Okay. Right. Okay. There is no, I can't let it go. There's some connection somewhere with a brother. Okay. There's definitely, because I keep going to like different male relatives, and I feel there's a brother somewhere. So if it's not dad, it could be grandfather which would be a great uncle. No, I can't change. I can't. They're not letting me change it.
On my mum's side, on my dad's.
That's okay, because I just felt that there was definitely a brother somewhere and they wouldn't let it go. Okay, so if you can take it that way, please do, because they just would not let this brother go, okay? But I do feel we're going to a grandparent link, as I've said that, okay? So this would be a grandparent link. And would you understand grandmother working quite closely with you when you work?
I've been told, I don't necessarily feel like coming in, but I've been told that quite a few times.
Fine. That's fine. Okay, that's what I feel. Because when I got that closest, I went back and asked what's the closest, why I wasn't getting that. Okay, I was questioning it for you, but this is where I'm going with this, because I do feel grandmother maybe wouldn't have shown her abilities, but she definitely had those abilities herself, because she's talking about how things were done behind closed doors in her time. Things like tea reading and stuff.
Not that I know of.
Okay, no, that's okay. That's fine. Just remember I've said that, because I do feel she would have had these abilities though, and I feel this is why she's coming in and she's connecting with you. Okay, she very much works with you, I feel, on a healing level though. She's talking about the healing, okay, and the ability as a healer. So she's talking about that as well, because I do feel her energy is very kind, very caring, and that loving energy coming forward from her. Okay, so when you feel okay, that's what it is. That heat, there's almost like heat energy she's talking about when you feel the heat coming forward. Mm-hmm. It's like a heat, it's like a heat energy on one side of you. That's her coming forward to work with you, okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
The heat in my hand, definitely in my hand. People tell me that my hands, although
That's
they're
fine.
cold, either feel cold to me, they're hot to other people.
Oh, okay, that's fine, because this is where we're going with the heat. I just needed to reference the heat. Okay, but she's, okay, I know you said mum before, but she's just referenced mum. This would be mum's mum.
Yes.
Yes, that's fine, because she's just referenced mum. But mum's still here. I want to give
Yeah.
mum still here. I'm not passing her over, okay?
Yeah.
But she's just talking about mum. Okay, and mum, she's saying mum's so supportive of you.
She is, yeah.
Yeah, she's just saying that with your different, how you choose to live your life, mum's been supportive right the way through. Mum's your, like, what's that word? Hierarchy figure.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, so mum's like the person you will go to when you need something, or you need to ask something, or you need to kind of that support a little bit. Well, okay, she's like she's just said she's your rock.
Yeah.
Okay, but she's also telling me, okay, what's that? Also telling me, what's that? I can hear the birds, and I can't ignore those birds in the background, but there's talking about birds. She's talking about the birds as well, how they're like peace, harmony. Someone would have watched the birds.
My mum links robins as signs from my nan.
That's fine. That's okay. I'll take. Please take that then, because I heard the birds tweet again, and I knew I couldn't ignore it. So that yes, she's just referencing that. Okay, she's saying about the birds and somebody bird watching. All right, but there'll also be the links with feathers as well, with that as well, and looking into the meanings of different feathers.
Yeah.
Okay, but mum's very spiritual as well. She's just told me mum's very spiritual, and she's got her curiosity about the spiritual world.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been drawn back to the crystals again, and I've just been told about the crystals, something to do with like a crystal necklace or a crystal bracelet.
I think she has, got a crystal necklace,
I do feel it's both, okay?
Yeah.
But the main message she's coming forward with today, actually, I've just asked her what, it's almost like you're asking what next. That's what she's been telling me. You're asking what next, and it's almost like you kind of try to find that inspiration a little bit, like where are things going to go next, what's going to happen next, and like things like that. Okay, so she stopped me and said something else there. But what she's making me aware of, there's different things that she wants to bring forward. Okay, I do feel there's journaling, so there's something about journaling.
Yeah.
And making a journal, and something to do with dreams. There's connections through dreams for you.
Yeah, things have happened recently through dreams.
That's fine, but she's talking about writing them down and trying to understand the messages behind those dreams a little bit, okay? Because that's the guidance coming forward in your sleep state is what she's making me aware of, okay? But also there's things that she's wanting me to reference that you can also find guidance, because I do feel I had meditation before for Cody, but I feel I need to give meditation for you, but you're almost feeling like you're not getting what you need through meditation.
Yeah, I don't meditate as much as I used to do.
But that's what I'm feeling. I feel there's different ways that you can get that inspiration as well. She's talking about books and like almost flicking through books and looking at something daily a little bit as well, daily guidance type things. It's almost like flicking through a book and kind of getting what's on that page that you're drawn to.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because that's what I feel that she's bringing forward, because I feel very much that searching and looking for kind of answers a little bit, but answers and questions will be answered if you kind of do it in a different way. Okay, so she's just giving me these different ways for you to try different things. Obviously, it's your choice which way you go. But she said you have got that intuition yourself if you just kind of go with it. Okay, feel that pull, feel that draw. See what you're drawn to and which way you need to do it. Again, like I gave it to Cody before, there's different ways. Okay, there's different ways of doing it, even if it's just doodling or even if it's just writing odd words down. There's different ways that she's making me aware of that you can find the answers to what you're looking for. Okay, if that makes sense. Because what she's also telling me, you've been something to do with distant healing. There's something to do with distant healing and doing it in a different way.
Not recently. I've not done any healing for a long time, actually.
Okay, well, remember I've said this because I think what she was giving me, it's almost like using a, because I've done it before, it's almost like using like, like a teddy bear or something that you physically hold, and you can kind of give healing that way, but send it, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
I know what you're saying, but yeah, I've not done it, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but that's what she's almost drawing me to, almost like using something like that to send the distant healing out as well for those people that need it, that are in your thoughts, because she's saying they're in your thoughts as well. All right. Okay, what's that? She's just changed the energy a little bit, because I know I was talking quite spiritual there, but she's talking about different things that has been going on around you at the moment. She's talking about someone that's been looking at old photographs. She just made that pop into my awareness. Okay, she's just not talking about the old photographs, and she's talking about, because they've just drawn me to one of mine. They're talking about the photograph that slipped its frame. If that makes sense, how it's slipped down a little bit. So it's just something to be aware of, that I've said that, okay? Because it's almost like they're just giving you that little bit of spiritual homework. Okay, because that's what they've just drawn me to, a photograph, and it slipped its frame a little bit, which they've just drawn me to over there. So just remember I've said that and have a look for that, okay?
Yeah.
But there's also, I feel this, is she referencing this? I feel she's talking also about a special occasion coming up, because she's making me like aware of like ironing like smart trousers and a smart shirt or for something. It's almost like she's showing me an iron and then making me aware of something formal.
Yeah, I've got a few special events coming up.
That's okay, because that's what she's making me aware of as well, is just the ironing of the smart shirt. Because I feel that when I say that, this would also be a memory with her, because I feel there's like, how you do the seams down the sleeves. This would be something she would have done like perfectly on trousers, on shirts as well, okay? Because she's just making me aware of them neatly pressed and like.
Yeah.
But there's also talk of something, she's talking about someone with OCD, so there's someone that's quite a perfectionist anyway.
I'm a perfectionist, not OCD on an OCD level, but I'm.
No, but they're not about a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Okay, so if that's your energy, I'm just picking up. Good. When she said about the neatness, that's where she was taking me. All right.
Yeah.
But she's saying that that's the kind of energy she would bring forward anyway, because she's saying she liked things spick and span. She did like things spick and span. She'd often have, go around with the duster and the polish, and she's just making me aware of that as well. But I do feel that with your energy too, she's just telling me that it's very much similar. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm just connecting with something else. She's still giving me all this kind of spiritual stuff as well, but she's talking about the burning of like white sage and the feathers and things like that. There's almost like that healing, smudging type element coming forward. She's showing me that with the white sage and someone using a feather or like a wing or something. That's just popped into my my mind. Okay. But then she's referencing back to what I said before. You can also do that with the distance healing as well. Send those intentions out too with that way.
Yeah.
But she's also, okay, I feel like kind of dropping a little bit. Okay, she's also, I do feel she said everything she needs to say, but I do feel like what she's bringing me is, come on, just bring that back in. What was that? She just said something and it's gone. Yeah, she needs to bring it back for me. Because I do feel her energy dipping. No, I'll say something else because I've forgot. Yeah, I didn't quite catch what she said. She said it really quickly. But colours and I just get so many different techniques for you to try as well. Okay, there's all sorts of like the pendulum. She's just given me so much to bring to you and so much love as well. Okay, and I'd give you all the distance healing too, but I'm trying to just get that one little nugget that she gave me before she left. But I'll say the other things, and then hopefully she brings that back in for you. If not, I'll let you know later. Okay. But yeah, what is it? Okay, there's memories. There's memories as well. She's talking about memories of going to the corner shop and getting £1 to go to the corner shop or something. It's almost like she wants to.
We get pocket money from her, like pound coins.
That's fine, because she's almost like she's want to put that in your hand and like how they, go and spend it, kind of close the hand type thing, before she leaves you. But also there's colours. That was it. That was what she was bringing in, colours. Thank you. But she was talking about the colours and connections with the colours, colourful energy. So I feel like she's given me that in 2 ways, okay? Because she brought that in at the start, so she's also bringing that in at the end, where we talked about the citrine, we talked about the chakras. We start at the start, but she's talking about colours again to finish the reading. She's talking about you kind of style yourself with different colours of how you're feeling. Does that make sense?
No, I'm a bit boring actually. I wear mostly black and white, but I can take colours to do with my other job that I do.
All right, that's okay. Please take it that way. But I feel like she was drawing me to wearing colours specifically. Okay, so maybe that's where she's going with this. If you say it's black and white, but she's wanting you to wear colours, because I do feel she would have done this actually. Because I do feel she was quite colourful. Not maybe like bright. But I do feel like she maybe had a hint of colour in her clothing, okay? But she's saying about the connections with the colours. And I do feel like this is a way that you connect, because she's showing me the cards and things where you're drawn to colours a lot. So she's just telling me that that's another way that you're working, but also the colourful clothing as well. It's just the different energies that she's bringing forward, okay? But she's... she wants to give May as well. May
is important, not to do with her necessarily, but May. That's okay.
Important. She wants to do before she leaves. She just wants to give May, and she wants to give. Okay, just bring that back in. The J. 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 Do you understand the J?
Yeah.
Initial, but she also wanted to give me June, July as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got the J in two different separate parts. Okay.
Yeah.
Before she leaves, she just said you very much believe in the angelic numbers as well, because she's just given me like the 1 1, the 2 2. Very significant for you as well. But she's just bringing that into my awareness. All right, it's almost like you know they're around when you see that on a clock, or you see that that numerology in different things. Okay, but thank you for taking everything, most of the things I could say, David, and thank you for working me lovely energy. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much, Joanne. Thank you.
Bless you. Well done, Joe. Well, all I can say is, David, strange as it seems, there's been a run of crazy dreams, and a man who can interpret could go far. It just keeps popping. I think I would get in huge trouble with my fellow heretical pagan friends if I didn't also mention that it is an old adage that if you keep a piece of citrine in your purse or wallet, your wallet will never be empty of anything else either. It's a very old tradition.
Oh, that's good.
I must try that.
Absolutely.
Literally, I've had a huge chunk in my petty cash tin ever since I quit working for BP. But yeah, it's an old adage there: keep citrine in your wallet or purse, and it'll never be empty of anything else. So it ties in very much with your directions and your support. And can I just say again, something I completely agree with: this getting messages for yourself. Once upon a time, monks used to use the Bible to get a message from God. Now in circles, when I was in development 30 years ago, it was opening the hymn book and opening a book of poetry. But I'm lazy. I just turn the radio on and ask the next song to be a message, tying in very much with Kaz's reading. So try that. Have you ever done that? Turn the radio on?
No, I know what it is. And you've heard of Les Pilgrim. Les and Denise Pilgrim. Les constantly WhatsApps me passages from his books.
Ah,
Oh, wow.
marvelous.
I sometimes use, if I do a divine service, use that for the philosophy and then add on to it. So I read a passage out. Yeah, that's what it is.
Fabulous, fabulous. But yeah, if anybody at home ever wants a message for yourself, just turn the radio on and say, give me an answer. It's spooky how it works as well. But what a wonderful message, David. I hope you enjoyed that. Joanne, wonderful. Thank you. Let's bring everyone back, shall we? Because believe it or not, we have got through all the way through this service. And although there's been a few dips in signals and a dodgy camera, nothing's majorly broken. I think this is, in all honesty, an absolute first. And thank you to everyone watching at home as well. To all those that have joined us whilst the reading's been going on. For instance, the lovely Bernadette, the wonderful Samantha, Sally Hardingham, welcome to you too. I've got to give special mention to my niece, Cassie, who says my hair is looking very fluffy. Thank you very much. Patricia Keegan and Tracy Oxborough, welcome along as well. And you know what? I'm not going to spin it out any longer. I love the fact that you mentioned the magic numbers. Well, in a few seconds, the timing on our video will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're literally 20 seconds away from it. So that shows to me completion, full circle. So I will say thank you to all of you for coming on and being part of the service. I hope you've had a lovely time, because now we are full circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Joanne, where can people find you and when you're up to what you're up to next?
Yeah, fabulous. Thank you for having me. It's been amazing. I really love the energy today. It's fabulous. Thank you for letting me work. Well, obviously I'm local to Carlisle, so if you're in Cumbria, you know, there's different services that are around. I am doing a local service in September, but probably the best thing to find me on, because I have got a couple of online readings in July. So best place to find me is probably my Readings by Joanne page on Facebook, and you'll see my face, so you'll know it's me.
Fabulous. Yes, reminding of seeing your face. If everyone goes back to the beginning of the service, you'll be able to see Joanne's face, because we haven't seen it most of it.
Oh no.
But you know, it's there. And you also mentioned about sometimes it's difficult to remember. For those that want to go back and double check the things with people like, for instance, I don't know, your mum, give it 10 minutes after the service is finished. It will be there and available to replay. So it makes life so much easier as well. But thank you, Joanne, for a wonderful demonstration. Absolute pleasure. I look forward to seeing you again. It's lovely to have had you back, Cody. Glad we got you that message. Joy as ever, my darling. You live up to your name and you make me smile every time you're in my presence. Thank you so much. Kazza, my darling, thank you for the reading, and thank you for rigging everyone up as you frequently do. David, my friend, it has been far too long. Thank you for coming on. What are you up to next? What are you up to at the moment?
Got some, as Joanne touched on, I've got some specials coming up with my fairy godfather, Bill Hughes, and some other bits and pieces going on. So yeah, busy out there doing my thing, spreading the word, as they say.
Absolutely. Do me a favor, and when you see Bill, give him a big bear hug squeeze from me.
I will.
A lifetime. And yeah, that, interestingly enough, that picture I mentioned of you on the title sequence, Bill's on it as well. So it's like a lovely fond memory. We were all stood outside the back of Little Village Hall posing for a selfie. But thank you all so much. Thank you to everyone at home. We are now going to say goodbye and God bless, and may the peace of the Great Spirit be with you. Let's close this afternoon in prayer.
Thank you,
As
Nick,
we say,
Jane,
Great Spirit, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for this opportunity to come together as friends. In times ahead, in times of struggle and difficulty, Great Spirit, we ask you not to move the mountain, but give us the strength to climb. And I ask for all those present and all those watching and all those who will watch to be blessed with love, light, laughter, upliftment, and joy. And may the peace of the Great Spirit watch over each person until we meet again in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Friends, that's the Sunday service. Thank you to Kai, to Anastasia, to Trace, to all of you watching for your lovely comments. We're now going to go and I'm actually quite tempted to blend up my Sunday lunch and have it through a straw out of the freezer. So we will see you all again very, very soon. Keep an eye out. We've got the Thursday service coming up. Literally on Thursday, funny that. And also, if you're interested in a little bit of spiritual upliftment, a little bit of a giggle from time to time, because as Eddie pointed out earlier, no Babylon 5 quotes for a few minutes. I post one every day now as part of the spiritual memes and spiritual values posts that I do. So if you want to start your day with a bit of spiritual insight, just keep an eye out for them. But most of all, have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. From all of us here to all of you out